3 out of 5 Ontario County residents have benefited from United Way programs. And here's an example of how your donations change the lives of one local family.
Kathy and Ron Wilson had the perfect young family, a daughter and twin sons, Tom and Ronnie, who would grow to be a dedicated sports fan.
He always had some piece of sports equipment in his hands. He was just constantly on the move.
So what happened to Ronnie when he was 10 years old seemed as cruel as it was unexpected. It began with a minor ankle sprain and escalated when Ronnie began stumbling and dropping things.
Being a 10-year-old, we just thought it was, just growing until he started, falling quite a bit and losing control, and we ended up taking him to the doctors, and life changed.
On Valentine's Day, 1994, Ron was rushed from his doctor's office to Strong Hospital, where his parents would wait for the results of his MRI.
And when the doctor first told my husband and I that Ron had a tumor on his brainstem, you don't hear anything after that.
Ronnie had brain cancer. Within 24 hours, he was in surgery, and doctors gave him less than a 50% chance of survival. One 8-hour operation led to another, as Ronnie failed to respond.
And at that point, I truly wasn't planning on him coming home.
But a near tragedy turned into a miracle when surgeons found a blood clot adhered to the remainder of Ronnie's tumor. When doctors suctioned that clot, the rest of the tumor came out with it.
I'm gonna tell you, Ron is a fighter. He loves life. He's my angel and my miracle boy. And he's taught us a lot about life, what's important.
What was most important then was helping Ronnie adjust to his new life. He was cancer-free, but the surgery and rounds of chemo and radiation left him hearing impaired, with slower cognitive abilities and a weakness on his left side.
He was depressed with life because he didn't have a direction. His brother and sister went off to college, and Ron's struggling with school, and so going to college really wasn't an option for him because he wasn't capable of doing the work. His confidence has been the biggest part that's been the roughest for him, I feel, because he feels different.
At age 24, Ronnie was mostly content to be part of the family's business or at home playing video games. Then his family moved to Ontario County, and Ronnie's life would change again.
When I first met Ronnie, he was very, very shy. Since that time, Ronnie's really developed a tremendous amount of social confidence.
The Wilsons met Greg Stoyles at the Ontario ARC. He, in turn, introduced them to services that transformed all their lives. It's estimated over 3,000 people in Ontario County are developmentally disabled. They, like Ronnie, can turn to ARC for vocational, educational, clinical, and recreational services that encourage, above all, independence.
My goals for Ronnie are to see him set and attain his own goals. As soon as he and I began to work together, he became exposed to a lot of different opportunities. And now that he's become more comfortable, he's able to articulate the things he wants to do, and the sky's the limit for him.
One of Ronnie's early favorites became ARC's recreation program, which for 30 years has existed only through funding from the United Way.
Recreation is a really comfortable way to get people involved in their community, to meet new people, to have new experiences, to improve their self-image. It's a quality of life issue is one important aspect. I mean, there are things that people who don't have disabilities do on just a routine basis that people with disabilities have a hard time doing.
Barriers to independence are removed with specialized transportation, adaptive equipment, and staff supports. Those services enable over 400 residents to participate in ARC's many social and recreational events each and every year.
It has been the most phenomenal program for us to be associated with. Ronnie has friends of his own and activities of his own. Everybody has their different styles. He loves it. He doesn't look any different than anybody else on the team. he just feels like, okay, we're all in the same boat and just want to have a good time.
With ever-growing confidence, Ronnie has embraced all kinds of new opportunities.
The ARC program brought a lot of my son back, absolutely. He'll come home and talk about his day, and because he's excited about his day, he's had fun, he's productive. The sparkle was back in his eye.
Today, Ronnie Wilson's calendar is full with recreation, Hobart activities, and very soon, his second Special Olympics. Ronnie is also considering a change in residence.
We went and toured a couple of group homes. Last year, if you would have asked me if that would have been in his future, I would have said absolutely not. And now, I see that in the future for him.
Ronnie's story is, in a wonderful way, it's not unique. Anybody who chooses to embrace the services offered through the ARC has an opportunity to grow as Ronnie has grown. So I think what the ARC is doing and the services which are provided through the ARC really afford not just benefits for the consumers who receive them, but for the community on the whole, because they benefit from having people who have matured and grown and can contribute in all sorts of different areas to their communities.
The word thank you does not even cover my feeling of it just seems so little for what's been done for our lives, just to see our son happy. And we're just very excited and very thrilled and very thankful that the United Way is out there to help us.
Your 2007 donation to the United Way helped provide emergency services to 1 out of every 10 Ontario County residents. Your 2007 donation impacted the lives of more than 1,600 people with disabilities in Ontario County and touched the lives of more than 500 seniors enrolled in programs focused on keeping them healthy and independent. Your 2007 donation made it possible for 7 out of every 10 youths in Ontario County to benefit from educational, mentoring, recreational, and leadership development programs. When you donate to United Way of Ontario County, your money stays in Ontario County, helping those most in need in our community. Local volunteers invest contributions into programs that demonstrate efficiency and results. Act as one. There is no one cause for the issues we face, and no one solution. Join your friends, co-workers, family, and neighbors by giving to the United Way's General Fund, and together we'll help 41 local programs that positively impact the Ontario County community. Please make your donation today.